Hey, Steve Zonardo here with Remax Experts, Zonardo Associates. Happy Monday morning. Again, just a quick update on inventory. Numbers are very similar to last week. The only thing changes is the new inventory. But so current inventory 11,837. Last week was 11,825. So very similar. New inventory 23 new listings last week was 57. So less new inventory listings on the market. We had 707 sold, which is great. And then last week we had about 626. So just up on the sales. And then the terminated listings are around the same, 643, and last week was 660. To be honest, we know the Bank of Canada just held the interest rate. Fair enough. We knew this was going to happen. They're not going to do any more raises. There's going to be some sort of decline at some point. I'm going to do a prediction. Again, this is like Vegas predictions. I would take this lightly, just kind of based on obviously federal election across the border and trying to fuel the economy there in Canada. So let's see what we're going to predict. I'll kind of show you guys now what I'm thinking. So, I mean, this is some news from they were talking about, again, holding the bank rate. So Canada's holding the bank rate. Clearly, they were going to do it, even though the CPI went up last month by 0.3%, so it's gone up. You remember our target goal is 2%. We're at 3.1 in when they reported in December for November. When they reported January for December, it was up 0.3, so at 3.4% CPI. I'll show you that in a bit. So they held the rate regardless, and basically what they're saying is like, okay, fair enough that they held it. It seems very positive, but there's still a lot of people that have to renew their mortgages into these higher rates coming in, even the ELOCs and the line of credits and stuff like that. So still could be some troublesome area, but at the same time we're seeing a resurgence in purchasing and selling real estate currently right now. We've had a big punch out. We noticed this right during Christmas and then right now into the new year. So we're having a big punch into the new year. In Florida, we did 7 deals already, and then in Canada, we're about 3 to 4 right now. So it's pretty aggressive going forward. And here, let's take a look at. I want to show you guys the current mortgage rates are basically what we had. So this was June of 2023. If you kind of see this, overlap. Let me see if I can overlap this. Just increase the size. So June of 2023, the rates are very similar. This is now an updated. Again, when you're dealing with a mortgage agent, they're able to buy these rates down. So this is just, I like to look at this like a table, and then you got to look down because they're offering a 5-year closed rate of 5.69%. You can probably get it down to 5.25%. 5.3%, depending which broker you're using. But these are just set rates. It kind of gives me an idea where the platform is held. So this is June 2023. A 5-year fix was 5.74%. Now we're at 5.69%. So again, we're starting to come down to a more recognizable rate. And then the 5-year variable is still very high. This was in June, 6.7. It's actually higher here, 7%. And then this is obviously your prime rate. This is what your mortgage is going to, your line of credits and are going to be basically paying interest at. So 7.35%, and in June is 7.1%. So we're going to see now. What we're looking at is, we know that the CPI is at 3.4%. So if we look at this report in November, it was 3.1%. December was 3.4%. And just prior to that, I mean, look at this, how we went. Here, let's look at the progress here. Let's start here. April, we're at 4.4%. Then we dropped a full point in May to 3.4%. And then in June, wow, this is great, 2.8%. Then we went back up to 2.3%. Up to 4, up to 3.8 in September, and then down to 3.1 in October. November held the same rate. In December, we went up to 3.4%. Remember, target rate's 2%. And then we're looking at our next interest, like a Bank of Canada's policy rate meetings. January 24th was when they just held it at 5%. March 6th is going to be the next meeting period, and April 10th. My prediction, and again, take this very lightly, this is something I'm just kind of kind of guesstimating here. I think they hold the rate again in March 6th, and then they lower it April 10th. I think they want to see what the CPI does the next couple months right now between Feb, see what happens, and then ultimately they'll more than likely hold it if it doesn't go up crazy, and then probably by April they're gonna give it maybe a quarter point, 25 basis point adjustment. But again, take this very lightly. These are just guess basically. This is like betting on a football game, so not. I wouldn't make your financial decisions on that, but just kind of a guesstimate of what could happen. We know they want to fuel the economy because it's in bad shape. As much as the news media wants to kind of promote some stuff that's happening well under the current administration on both sides of the border, it's not. It's a little bit of a disaster. But at the same time, we're having a lot of new money coming into the flow right now. People that are getting into the market have that FOMO, the fear of missing out, where they want to purchase now before the prices increase. We noticed that here, and again, the good thing is being both sides of the border, they're so adaptable and they're so congruent that they basically interact with each other at all times. And I've always looked at the States when we were making decisions back in Canada, because it's a much larger country, and we basically follow what they're doing, or we can make some sort of assessment on what they do here and then base it back in Canada. So looking at that here, there's a lot of people that are starting to buy, and what's happening right now is that the builders are starting to see this influx of buying power right here in the United States, especially in the state of Florida, that they're starting to kind of reduce a little bit of the incentives. They're starting to increase the prices very incrementally. They're watching this, and the thing with the U.S. that these builders are not like mom and pop shops like we have back in Toronto. These are publicly traded companies, so they have full departments on that are working weekly to make more, to change incentives, to change pricing. There's it's a constant change. We can't keep up with what's happening because it's always a change. When we talk to clients, we always give them the information we have, and then we have to second it by making a call and verifying what's new and what stayed the same. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions regarding real estate on both sides of the border, please give us a call anytime. You can direct message me here on Insta. But have a great day, guys. Ciao.